Hey everybody, how's it going? Gektek here with another stram. I am really digging this whole opening cards on stream thing, so we're gonna keep it going tonight with, I got 3 of these pre-release packs. They have a certain number of draft packs inside. Now, normally what I open are set boosters, which are these guys. If I'm being completely honest, I'm still new enough that I don't really... Why does my camera look lopsided? I'm still new enough that... Why is that happening? I have it on a flat surface. Oh, it's that's lopsided. Okay. Anyway. I don't think that's gonna matter too much. It'll just bug me. That's fine. What was I saying? Normally I open set boosters, and they're different in the sense that I don't exactly know, but draft boosters are what you would like open and play with directly, to where set boosters are more for like a collector. I think they have, well, these have the guaranteed foil and art cards, and I don't know if there's any guarantee on anything for the draft boosters. So let's open up this bad boy and see what's inside. But these pre-release kits are special in that they apparently have, I've never opened one before, so this is a new experience. They have promo cards, which are the same thing as what you'd get in a regular pack, except that they have a little stamp on them to indicate it's a promo card. So that's kind of all that is. But I've never seen one of those either, so not in my hand anyway. Neat box. I think the box is supposed to be like a keep me box to actually store your cards in and stuff, I think. Oh, it's one of those stupid ones that don't open. There's dice. Why is there dice? I didn't know there was dice. Really? There's dice. Oh, do I get one of these in each pack? Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. It's got the Kaldheim symbol on it. Oh, I'm going to be getting these forever now. Oh, right. I don't have autofocus on. So we have to pretend. There, that's the proper focal distance. But it's cool. I'm assuming that's the 20. Yeah, because there's the 1. 1 is boring and dumb. We don't want the 1. You want the 20. Which I'm guessing this is for a life counter, right? So you'd start it. There you go. We're on 20. And then, oh no, we took a life or a hit, so now we're down to 19. I think that's what this is for. I don't know. I got a 12 though. Okay, so here we go. Inside the box. So this was a little hard to see, but this was kind of like that, right? Just a little compartmente thingy. And then there's the packs that we got. I'm not going to show you this every time, so we're just going to check it out. And then there's our promo cards in the front, so we'll pull those out last. Now, I think we're supposed to get something that also is specific to something. Or that might be the next set, now that I think about it. The next set coming out is Strixhaven, which is like magic stuff. It reminds me of Hogwarts. I don't know. So I don't know if you remember. Okay, so this is, let me put that over there. This is a draft booster, and I just happen to have a set booster here as well. So you can see the difference. I think the set boosters are prettier, but you'll notice at the bottom, the set booster only comes with 12 cards, to where the draft booster comes with 15. But yeah, it has something to do with you get more of the collector cards in these bad boys and more of the actual playing cards in these, supposedly. So we're gonna find out. What do they say on the back? We got the rarities, includes 1 rare mythic, 3 uncommon, 10 common, and 1 land. Foil card of any rarity replaces a common in 33% of boosters. Okay, actually, let's read the back of the set pack. So the set includes 1 to 4 rare mythics, 7 to 10 uncommon and common, 1 land, 1 art. Okay, so the difference is you have a chance of getting a lot more rares in the set. And in the draft, you get a guaranteed 1 rare, a guaranteed 3 uncommon, and a guaranteed 10 common, to where in the set, it's 7 to 10 uncommon or common. So, I mean, I would imagine they play fair, but in the set, you could get 10 common, I guess. And 2 rare, or something, I don't know. Well, 1 land, 1 rare, yeah. But in the draft, you're guaranteed 1 rare, 3 uncommon, 10 common, and 1 land. And that way it's a lot more fair to just open and play a draft pack instead of a set pack. And that's usually what you do. For those that don't know, I've never done it myself. I'm just getting back into Magic. But what you do is in a draft, you get 6 of these, right? And then there's some like rotation thing, whatever, I don't know. But you pick 40 cards from these packs, and then that's what you play with. So there are things where you still like bring your own cards from home and play with those, but as far as a draft game goes, that's what you're doing. You're getting packs of cards, opening them, and playing with what you get, which I think is really cool. I've been playing a lot of quick draft on Arena, and it's a lot of fun. It definitely helps you learn the cards. Oh, that's why they open it like that. I've seen people open it like that. The manufacturing process for the packs is different. It's probably a little hard to tell. It looks the same, but it is actually different. You can kind of like, it looks very much the same, but even just the plasticky feel of the packages is a little bit different. Sorry, I'm weird with that stuff. I am fascinated by it. I also recently found out that Magic the Gathering cards are actually printed very cheaply, because I've looked through enough cards and gotten enough duplicates at this point. Let me actually tilt that up just a wee bit. You get a little background ickiness, but whatever. Anyway, I've had enough duplicate cards now that the coloring from one card to another is often very different, which is a sign of cheap printing, unfortunately. So what do we got? We got Warhorn Blast. How are we looking? Yeah, that's much better. Much better. I need a cloth for the bottom, though. Okay. So I can actually even read it in the video. Creatures you control get +2/+1 until end of turn. You can foretell. Saves you a little bit. Me down, swords up. That's the way we like to. So that's Warhorn Blast. Brine Barrow Intruder. Creature, human rogue, flash. When Brine Barrow Intruder enters the battlefield, target creature an opponent controls gets -2 until end of turn. Those come in handy. They're just nice, especially how cheap that is. It's just handy. Run amok. Oh, another thing you'll notice. Okay, quick cursory glance. There are many different colors in here. One thing I've noticed from the set packs is it will generally be kinda sorta leaning heavily toward two particular colors. You'll get sort of a grouping of one color in the front, a grouping of another color sort of in the middle, and then the back few cards will be whatever. But this draft pack seems to be a mix, a very broad mix of the colors, which again is good for playing. Keep it fair. Run amok, instant. Target attacking creature gets +3/+3 and gains trample until end of turn. That's big. That's pretty big. Especially for only 2 mana. That's not bad. Glittering Frost, Snow Enchant, Enchant Land. Enchanted land is now snow. Whenever enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds an additional 1 mana of any color. That's not bad either. Especially of any color. If it was just duplicating, that's one thing, but it can be any color, so that's nice. Wither Crown, Enchantment Aura. Enchant Creature. Enchanted creature has base power 0 and has, at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life unless you sacrifice this creature. Yep, I don't like black decks. I don't like playing them anyway. They can be very naughty. Scorn Effigy, artifact creature, Scarecrow, foretells 0. That's just, I've talked about this card before. That's handy. It seems like it would be handy, and then it never really ends up being useful. I think I've just not gotten lucky enough to play it right. Bind the Monster, Enchantment Aura, Enchant Creature. When Bind the Monster enters the battlefield, tap Enchanted Creature. It deals damage to you equal to its power. Enchanted Creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Alright, what? Bind the Monster enters, tap Enchanted Creature. Deals damage to you equal to its power. Enchanted Creature doesn't untap. Okay, right. It's one of those, nope, you don't get to use that card anymore kind of things. Excuse me. Roots of Wisdom, sorcery. Mill 3 cards and return a land card or elf card from your graveyard to your hand. If you can't, draw a card. Nice. Yeah, that's handy. I gotta say though, I've always been a fan of red. Red it seems to be my color. Although I found out that you can do some pretty quick fighting with white decks too. Creature Pegasus. Oh, this Starnheim Courser. Creature Pegasus, flying artifact and enchantment spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Fun. Smashing success. Instant. Destroy target artifact or land. If an artifact is destroyed this way, create a treasure token. Nice. Blood Sky Berserker. Creature, human berserker. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put 2 1/1 counters on Blood Sky Berserker. It gains menace until end of turn. Cast your second spell. 2 1/1 counters. Okay. So that could get up there pretty good. Oh, I guess, yeah, if you do it right, that could get up there really good. If you have a spell heavy deck. I usually don't. Replicating Ring! This one does stuff. If I remember right, you put 8 counters on it. Yeah. And then remove them, and then it becomes a thing, and I don't see it ever being used. I've played a couple games where on Arena where people have started to use this, but it never goes off. So you can tap it to add 1 mana of any color, so it's basically a land. Or at the beginning of your upkeep, put a night counter on replicating ring. Then, if it has 8 or more night counters on it, remove all of them and create 8 colorless snow artifact tokens named replicated ring with add 1 mana of any color. So it takes, unless there's something I'm missing, at the beginning of your upkeep, so I think that's just the beginning of your turn, you put a night counter on the ring. If it has 8, do something. Well, unless there's cards out there that do things that I don't know about, which I'm sure there are, it's going to take 8 turns to fill this bad boy up. That's too many turns. It's Magic the Gathering. No. That's way too many turns. Great Hall of Starnheim land. Great Hall of Starnheim enters the battlefield tapped. Tap to add 1 black. Or use 2 white, 1 black. Tap this to sacrifice Great Hall and a creature you control to create a 4 white Angel Warrior creature token with flying and vigilance. Activate the sorcery. Huh. 4/4 white angel, flying and vigilance. So it's a land, comes in tapped, no big deal. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Herald unites the elves. Saga card. Phase 1, mill 3 cards. You may put an elf. Oh, I remember this one. You may put an elf or Tyvar card from your graveyard onto the battlefield. Put a +1 counter, +1/+1 counter on each elf you control. Whenever an elf you control attacks this turn, target creature an opponent controls gets -1/-1 until end of turn. I wonder if I have. Oh no. Well, I wonder if I have this card in my elf deck, because if I don't, I should. I'm gonna put that one aside just because I'm not gonna use it in a paper deck because I don't play that right now. But on Arena, I need to see if I have that one in my my elf deck on there. Highland Forest, Snowland, Mountain Forest. It's a dually. Mountain Forest. Zombie Berserker token. Okay, so we do still get the tokens in the draft packs. That's kind of cool. Because they're useful. Does it count that as a card? So there's the one up there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so it does not count the token itself as a card. Good to know. One thing I've also noticed, okay, and this is sort of just kind of a thing from opening a lot of packs, but the Kaldheim set packs that I opened, the cards all had, and this is from multiple boxes from multiple different vendors, so it's not like it's all from the same place and they just got warped in storage or something, but the packs are slightly warped. Now these draft packs this one is very, very flat. Very flat. It's got a little bit of a curve to it, but really not much. I am really picky with cards. Really picky with cards. Anyway, I'm just little details like that I notice, and it's kind of interesting. All right, so I want to keep these a little bit separate from what I opened yesterday, so I'll do it like that. All right, next pack. I'd like to not turn this into another 4.5-hour stream. But we'll see. It was fun. I definitely had fun. Alrighty. Now let's see how our colors are looking. Yep, once again, very varied colors. Cool. Oh, that looks like a fun token. That's not a token, actually. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. What is that back card? We'll never know until we get there. Strategic planning sorcery. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Very, very handy, useful card. Fearless Pup, one of my favorites. Creature Wolf, first strike. Boast. Fearless Pup gets a +2 until end of turn. It just, awoo. Awoo. It's just such a cute picture. And you can see it this time. I mean, it's still not the greatest, but you can see it. Oh, it's so cute. I think I finally heard this song enough that I like it now. Anyway, Fearless Pup, one of my favorites. God's Hall Guardian, creature cat. Vigilance, foretell. Basic, expensive. Foretell is nice. Not a single rat has been seen in Istfell since the gods moved in. Oh. Oh. Okay, I read the name a little bit wrong. Commercial! Still, God's Hall Guardian, cat. Good stuff. Vigilance, expensive. You definitely want to foretell that bad boy. Drew, I still don't know how to say that word. Jarger Recruiter. Creature, Zombie Cleric, Boast. Return 3. Did that foretell? Yeah. 3. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. Very useful. Very sort of typical of a what did oh you did not, Windows. You did not. One moment. I'm about to be very mad. Camera properties. You turned auto's focus back on, didn't you? Yep, you little sack of Logitech, Windows, I don't care who. One of you screws up constantly, and you're a disgusting company for it. There's absolutely no reason why the autofocus should have turned back on. Little bastards. Oh, right. Yep, I think that's our magic number. Yep, that'll do. There is no reason why that should have happened. And it's tough to say, is that a Logitech problem or is it a Windows problem? Because they both suck. Okay. Drogar Recruiter, Boast, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Very useful. Very, very useful. Especially if you can, I mean, if you can get an indestructible on this one, there's a lot of black cards that have, like, not so much in Kaldheim, but there's other black cards that when you bring them back from the graveyard, they have bonuses and stuff. So this is maybe not in this particular draft setting. I don't know what the rest of the cards are that I have, but very, very useful. Very, very useful. All right. Jaspera Sentinel creature, elf rogue, reach. Tap an untapped creature you control, add 1 mana of any color. Very useful. If you can kind of get enough of cards like this on the table, you don't need to have as much mana in your deck. Interesting, huh? Raise the Dragar. Instant. Choose one. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Return two target creature cards that share a creature type from your graveyard to your hand. Again, another fun one to use for zombies, elves, you know. Actually, do I have that in my elf deck? I'm gonna find out. Invoke the Divine. Instant. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. You gain 4 life. That's pretty significant, if I'm being honest. Artifact or enchantment, and you gain 4 life. That's pretty big. Yep, pretty big, pretty big. Dwarven reinforcements. Sorcery, create 2/1 Red Dwarf Berserker creature tokens. Foretell. I love some of the flavor text. Orders? We don't wait for orders. Annual. Instant. Counter target artifact or enchantment spell. Every time I make a blue deck with Kaldheim, I try putting this in there and I never get to use it. I'm like, oh, that'll come in handy. Nope, I either draw it like after I need it or not at all. Struggle for Skemfar. Sorcery. Put a 1/1 token on target creature you control, then that creature fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. I talked about this in yesterday's stream. You gotta watch out for when you do these, the creature fights up to 1 target creature you don't control, blah blah blah. There's a couple cards that do things like that, but there's 2 different ways that I've seen it worded. One is blah 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 fights, and one is blah 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 does damage to. And the difference is, which didn't dawn on me at first, when they fight, it's like a regular fight. You know, this one does damage, and then the return damage, and blah blah blah. When it says just does damage to, that's all it does damage to. You don't get hit back. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. Like I said, I didn't realize there was a difference at first. Narfi, Betrayer King, legendary snow creatures, zombie wizard. Other snow and zombie creatures you control get +1/+1. Drop 3 snow and return Narfi, Betrayer King from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Not bad. 4/3. Takes a little bit to get them on the table to begin with, but I mean, legendary, so that's a pretty big deal. Vega the Watcher, legendary creature, bird spirit. Flying, whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, draw a card. That's another one of those that sounds kind of fun, but I never really get to do it. But that's just the kind of decks that I build. Clarion Spirit, creature spirit. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. I'd like to know what kind of decks get planned so that you can have a second spell. There's a few times that I might cast a second spell, but very rarely. Very, very rarely. Again, I think that's just the type of deck that I play, so. Tergrid, God of Fright. Oh, I can kind of show off the border a little bit better this time. This is a really dark one, so this is not really a good one to show off, but these are the showcase cards. So there's another card in the set that's Tergrid, God of Fright, but it's more like regular art or regular style, kind of like this. The showcase cards have the cool border art stuff. Oh, and then this is one of those flippy-doo cards. Terragrid, God of Fright, legendary creature god menace. Whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent card, you may put that card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Whoa. Whoa. That's pretty big. Terragrid's Lantern, legendary artifact. Target player loses 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. That's pretty good too. And you can apparently do it more than once if you got a bunch of manas. Oh, oh, oh. Alright, snow-covered Island. Oh, what is this? What is this? You can use this card to represent a double-faced card. I have no idea what that means, but that's really cool. A double-faced card. What? 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 I have no clue what that is. But sure. Neat. See, getting new stuff all the time. All the time. Oh, my nose has been so very, very itchy today. I think I might need to go do allergy things in a bit. Coffee. Oh, this is the other one that I was trying to show the art for yesterday. So it's a little hard to see still, I know, but it is... Sorry, something on my face. It is a giant. Basically, it looks kind of like maybe a rock giant of some sort. But the giant is the red bits. And he's hiding behind a mountain. So here's one of his hands right here. There's the other hand down there. There's his head with the little yellow eyeballs. And yeah, he's hiding behind a mountain. Because the card is Craven Hulk. Creature, giant coward. Craven Hulk cannot block alone. So cute. I love cards like that. Got little stories. Battlefield Raptor, creature bird. Flying first strike. Cheap, simple, easy. That's what you want to draw in your hand. Get it out on that first turn. In my opinion. Bergstrider, snow creature, giant wizard. When Bergstrider enters the battlefield, tap target artifact or creature an opponent controls. If snow was spent to cast this spell, that permanent doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. These are fun. I like cards like this. I try to use them a lot. But there's some cards that kind of confuse me a little bit because, okay, so you tap the card. Some cards still have abilities that trigger when things happen, whether they are tapped or not. So that's just something to keep in mind. There are some cards that do stuff like this where it doesn't untap, but then it will also say something to the effect of abilities triggered by mana cannot be used, or something along those lines. And it's just a little bit better than a card like this, because then it also blocks whatever that ability is. So just something to keep in mind. Seize the Spoils. Sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this spell, discard a card, draw 2 cards, and create a treasure token. Simple, useful. Recruiter, already got that one. So we did get a duplicate even in pre-release kit. I mean, it happens, right? Horizon Seeker, creature, human warrior, boast. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. Nice. Run ashore. Instant. Choose one or both. The owner of target non-land permanent puts it on the top or bottom of their library. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. So, can I do... Can I target two different cards, I'm assuming? It says one or both, because you wouldn't put target non-land permanent on the top or bottom of their library and then return it to their hand. That, you know, that doesn't... So I'm assuming it's two different cards. Assuming. Elderleaf Mentor, creature, elf warrior. When Elderleaf Mentor enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token. Yes. They're just pouring out of the trees. Giant Ooks. Creature, Ooks. Giant Ooks. Cruise vehicles with its toughness rather than its power. This is that one that goes with the giant plow thing. Oh, I don't know if I've seen this card. I've seen the regular one, but not the showcase one. Svella Ice Shaper, legendary snow creature troll warrior. Create a colorless snow artifact token named Icy Manalith with add 1 mana of any color. Tap a whole lot of stuff, 1 red and 1 green included. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may cast a spell from among them without paying its mana cost. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Ugh. Messy, messy, messy. Frenzied Raider, creature, demon, berserker. Whenever you activate a boast ability, put a 1/1 counter on Frenzied Raider. That could add up quick if you're, yeah. I mean, you could get multiple counters on one turn, and they don't go away. At the end of the turn, they stay. Oh, oh. Oh, a foil. I got a foil in a draft pack. Vengeful Repair. Creature, angel, cleric, flying, death touch, haste. That's a lot of no. You can foretell, make it a little cheaper, sort of. Doomscar, sorcery, destroy all creatures with foretell. That's pretty big, especially with foretell. Huh. Snow-covered mountain with a shield buried in the snow. Gold Maw Champagne, creature, dwarf warrior, boast. See, there's more of that boast. Is that a cat? Looks like he's fighting a giant rock cat. That can't be right. Doesn't that look kind of like a cat? I like how the foil makes it look like there's actually a fire coming out of his mouth. Ugh. Anyway. Oh, what do we got? What do we got? I hate those. And yet they're also so... They're probably the most useful cards I get in these packs, because I use them to separate everything. What do we got? A couple more packs of this box, and then we'll take a break and do another one. This is fun. This is fun. I like these. It's a interesting selection compared to the set packs. Beskir Shieldmate, creature, human warrior. When Beskir Shieldmate dies, create a 1/1 white human warrior creature token. Not bad. Litjara Kinseekers, creature, shapeshifter, changeling. This card is every creature type. When Litjara Kinseekers enters the battlefield, if you control 3 or more creatures that share a creature type, put a +1/+1 counter on Litjara Kinseekers, then scry 1. That's a mouthful, but very useful. Definitely. Mists of Litjara. Enchantment aura, flash. Enchant creature or vehicle enchanted creature gets -3. That's just rude. Story Seeker, creature, dwarf, cleric, lifelink. I've not used lifelink much, but many people have against me, and I don't like it. Koma's Faithful, creature, elf, cleric, lifelink. When Koma's Faithful dies, each player mills 3 cards. Yeah. Horizon Seekers, seen it. Dogged Pursuit, enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Yep. I mean, it's these kind of cards that just whittle you down. My favorite one that's kind of similar to this, it's not automatic per se, but Raid Bombardment. It does like 1 damage for every tiny creature that I attack with, and it's more or less automatic. There's a few ways to get out of the damage, but it's pretty much guaranteed to hit, even if the creatures I'm attacking with don't. Frostbite, snow instant. Frostbite deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If you control 3 or more snow permanents, it deals 3 damage instead. Of course, all the land in Kaldheim is snow, so that's that. But if you're playing this with other sets, then you need to make sure you pack a snow land in there to get that little bonus. Run Ashore, seen it. Herald, King of Skemfar. Did we see this one? No, we saw this one. That's right. Herald unites the elves, which was a fun elf-related saga card. Well, guess what? That's Herald, man. That's Herald. And whenever this legendary creature, who is an elf warrior with menace, he does enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal an elf warrior or Tyvar card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Neat. Fall of the Imposter. Phase 1 and 2, put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature. Phase 3, exile a creature with the greatest power among creatures target opponent controls. So if you can handle putting +1/+1 counters on your opponent's creatures for 2 turns, it might help you get the power up on one that has an ability that either makes it bad or something, and you want to get rid of it, so then you do this to exile. Interesting, yes? Spirit of the Aldergard, snow creature, bear spirit. When Spirit of the Aldergard enters the battlefield, search your library for a snow land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. Spirit of the Aldergard gets +1 for each other snow permanent you control. Which, obviously, in a Kaldheim deck is going to do rather well. Reckless Crew, sorcery, create X 2/1 Red Dwarf Berserker creature tokens where X is the number of vehicles you control plus the number of equipment you control. For each of those tokens, you may attach an equipment you control to it. Yeah, that's one of those that if you're not ready for it and the deck is built properly for taking advantage of a card like this, oh, that's mean. That battlefield can get very full very quick. Volatile Ford, Island Mountain. It's a dually. Cole! The name I will never ever be able to forget ever again because I didn't realize the Forge Master's name is Cole. But he is a legendary creature, dwarf warrior. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, if it was enchanted or equipped, return it to its owner's hand. Creature tokens you control that are enchanted or equipped get +1/+1. So that's kind of cool. This card actually gives a bonus whether it's an actual creature or just a token. Like it does something to both, or helpful at least. And of course, this is the foil variant. Do my best to pick up some of the prettiness. I like the coloring of their foil, but yeah, compared to other cards, Magic foil is kind of weak. It is what it is. Elf Warrior creature token. Speaking of token, there we go. Another pack down. Nope. Boop, 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 boop. Fearless Pup. Oh, woo. One of my favorites. Seen it before. Story Seeker. Also seen it before. Undersea Invader. Creature, giant rogue, flash. Undersea Invader enters the battlefield. Tap. There were real words in there somewhere. They didn't quite come out right, but they were real words. That's sort of nice for the opponent that this comes out tapped. But there are cards that also make that go away, so. Words. Dreadrider, creature, spirit knight. Tap to exile a creature card from your graveyard. Target opponent loses 3 life. With a defense of 7, that's pretty big. It is expensive to get out, but that's pretty big. That's a lot of damage you can block with that bad boy. Big boy. Notvolt, Recluse, creature, spider, reach. I like this card. I like all cards with reach, I think. Sarl's Packmate, creature wolf. When Sarl's Packmate enters the battlefield, draw a card. Foretell. Sweet and simple. Nice, useful. Good, good. Open the Omen Paths. Instant. Choose one. Choose one. Add 2 mana of any one color and 2 mana of any other color. Spend this mana only to cast creature or enchantment spells. Or creatures you control get +1 until end of turn. It's a pretty vast difference for the trade-off there. Frost Peak Yeti, snow creature Yeti. Frost Peak Yeti can't be blocked this turn if you happen to have a snow +1. Some heroes line their coats with Yeti fur. More Yetis line their bellies with heroes. Fair enough. I didn't realize quite how gruesome the artwork was. I just thought it was a Yeti walking through the snow, but I now see he's eating people. Yep. Jarl of the Forsaken. Creature, zombie cleric, flash. When Jarl of the Forsaken enters the battlefield, destroy target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. That is a lot of ifs, but if the situation plays out nice to check all those ifs, that's a good card. Especially because it can destroy the planeswalker. Creature is one thing, but yeah, that's nice. Raven Wings, artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1, has flying, and is a bird in addition to its other types. Equipped for 2. Very useful. I like to, I've not experimented with it much, but apparently you, like, a thing that you do is, did it really? Did it really? No. Hang on. I think this is me just, nope, oh, you sack of excrement. It took off autofocus again. Or turned on autofocus, sorry. Yeah, no, I think I like that number. I am so mad right now. I cannot wait until I can actually afford a real camera instead of these Logitech joys of plastic. Yep, we did that. Okay. So now we got Runed Crown, and there's literally no indication of it switching back to autofocus other than me looking over at the camera and going, wait a minute. Piece of... Rune Crown, artifact equipment. When Rune Crown enters the battlefield, you may search your library, hand, and or graveyard for a rune card and put it onto the battlefield attached to Rune Crown. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. I wonder, hang on a sec. Oh, I hope this doesn't break anything. But I need to see if this works. Wait a minute. This is the 920, right? Yeah, that's what I thought, you little... Okay. So I don't want to break that. I hate to do this, but I need to step away for a very, very, very brief moment. It is what it is. I will be back quick like a bunny. gang. I apologize for that extra long break. Let me tell you how things go with technology in my life, okay? Right now, first of all, I'm guessing, even though I had already turned off auto zoom or autofocus, it's once again, yep, back on. For whatever reason, the camera just decided to turn autofocus back on, so that's great. That's annoying. My break screen with the cats, you know, great, cool, whatever. So it turns out it decided to just reset itself. But not everything. Just turn off its RTSP functionality, which means I can't connect to it wirelessly. It's not even connected to a computer. It is just a piece of technology and therefore hates me. And people wonder why I stopped going to school for IT crap. Because I hate computers, that's why. Okay, let's play with some cardboard, shall we? Sorry, Texas makes me very unhappy, but here I am. So we're going to try and just deal with the autofocus being on. It's going to be garbage, but if I try and do anything with it and it turns off again, I'm going to hurt my computer, which I can't afford to do. Yeah, no, this is fundamentally upsetting. Hi, my name is Gektek. I'm a happy person. How's that? Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? I think we're good. Rune Crown, artifact equipment. I read this already, but I want to read it again. When Rune Crown enters the battlefield, you may search your library, hand, and or graveyard for a rune card and put it onto the battlefield attached to Rune Crown. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. Equipped creature gets +1/+1, plus I'm assuming whatever rune was attached to the crown. I assume. I don't know if it's safe to assume, but that's what I'm assuming. Rune. See, now this is a rune. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Rune of Mortality. Enchantment Aura Rune. Enchant permanent. When Rune of Mortality enters the battlefield, draw a card. Okay. As long as enchanted permanent is a creature, it has Death Touch. Okay. As long as enchanted permanent is an equipment, it has equipped creature has Death Touch. Okay, so yes, I believe what you would do is search your whatever for a card like this, bring it out, attach to Rune Crown, in which case as long as enchanted permanent is an equipment, it has equipped creature has Death Touch. So that all makes sense. That adds up. I get it. I understand how this works now. Rootless Ew. Creature tree technology. When Rootless, I'm flustered, sorry. When Rootless You dies, search your library for a creature card with power or toughness 6 or greater. Reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. That's, I think I said this last time too, that's another one of those cards I'd never use because I don't really get stuff with toughness that high. The Bears of Litjara Saga card. Phase 1, create a 2/2 blue shapeshifter creature token with Changeling. Phase 2, any number of target shapeshifter creatures you control have base power and toughness of 4. Phase 3, choose up to one target creature or planeswalker. Each creature with power 4 or greater you control deals damage equal to its power to that permanent. Whoa. Eesh. That's vicious. That's a vicious, vicious, vicious. Snow-covered swamp. And a dwarf berserker 2-1. We were talking about those earlier. This is yeah, it's a regular thingy thing. Nice. And we started with the Fearless Pup on that one, my favorite. Now I couldn't make it quite to the break, so I do apologize. But here is the final pack from the first pre-release kit of the night. We have 2 more to go. And we got X-Guard Braggart. You didn't, right? No, I think we're good. Okay, Axgard Braggart. Creature, dwarf, warrior, boast. Untap Axgard Braggart. Put +1/+1 counter on it. Oh, that's fun. So you can attack, boast, untap, put a counter on it, and then block on your opponent's turn. That's nice. Pilfering Hawk. Snow creature bird flying. Snow and tap, draw a card, then discard a card. Sweet, simple, useful. Axgard Cavalry. Oh, this is the other. Okay, so it's not the foil that we had yesterday, but I really like the artwork for this one. And it's very simple. Creature, dwarf, berserker, Axgard Cavalry. Target creature gains haste until end of turn. 2/2. Very simple. Very, very simple. And the picture, it reminds me of Uni from the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon. And the little, the warrior kid from it. With his battle axe. Anyway. It's one of my favorite arts from the set. Death Knell Berserker, creature elf berserker. When Death Knell Berserker dies, if its power was 3 or greater, create a 2/2 black zombie berserker token. Nice. I need to try black decks more. I don't do them very often. I need to change that. Not Vold Recluse, seen it. Sarolf's Packmate, seen it. Open the Omen Paths, seen it. Frostpeak Yeti, seen it. All of the Forsaken, did we already open this pack? Because we've seen it. Raven Wings, seen it. Boreal Outrider, Snow Creature, Elf Warrior. Whenever you cast a creature spell, if snow of any, if, wait. Okay. That was a hard one to read. I don't know how they want you to read symbol yet. I just say snow, and sometimes it doesn't always work. But in this case, it still does. Whenever you cast a creature spell, if snow of any of that spell's colors was spent to cast it, that creature enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1. So basically, as long as you use 1 snow land when you bring something out, it gets a bonus. That's a good card. That is a good card. Commercial! Invasion of the Giants. Scry 2. Draw a card, then you may reveal a giant card from your hand. When you do, Invasion of the Giants deals 2 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. Just take 2 damage out of fear of my giant. The next giant spell you cast this turn costs 2 less to cast. Wow. If you're a giant, that's a big one. Colossal Plow. I keep wanting to call this a giant plow because it goes with the giant ox. So it is not a giant plow. It is in fact a colossal plow. Artifact vehicle. Whenever Colossal Plow attacks, add 3 white and you gain 3 life. Until end of turn, you don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. Crew 6. I've not quite figured out when that's useful just yet, or why they specify that it doesn't go away. I'm not sure the significance just yet of what that is. Sorry, people are opening doors and I don't know if there's something I need to do. Looks like maybe we're okay. One second. 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 Okay. All right, where were we? Colossal Plow. I really want to use this card, but the only card I've been able to find that can crew it is the Giant Ox. And it's a fun combo. I mean, you get the 3 life and stuff, but I don't know. I just don't play white enough, I guess. Neat card though. I like just the art for some reason. I really like it. It's very cool. Immerstrom Predator. I don't know that I've seen this card ever. Oh. Because there's another card, I think it's like Immerstrom Raider or something. But this is Immerstrom Predator, creature, vampire dragon. I don't even know what that implies. Flying, whenever Immerstrom Predator becomes tapped, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard and put a +1/+1 counter on Immerstrom Predator. Sacrifice another creature. Immerstrom Predator gains indestructible until end of turn. Tap it. Tap it. Why would you want to tap it? I guess... Here's another question. Indestructible versus hexproof. Is there a difference? What does what? Because it's nice that they gain indestructible until end of turn, but then tapping it confuses me a little bit. Now, if it said hexproof and tap it, for some reason that would make sense to me. I think I just need to learn what the differences are a little better. Excuse me. But I don't think I've seen that card at all yet. I could be wrong. You know what? My set is right here. I can't really show it very good on camera. But let me see if I have card 214 or not. Oh, don't spill the coffee on the cards. 214. Oh, I like these binder things, but then I also don't. Oh, apparently I have seen that card before, because I do have it in my set already. I'm paying a little bit more attention to the cards now, so I just don't remember seeing it before. That's a neat card, though. That's a very neat card. I just don't understand part of it. Neat artwork, though, too. A little hard to tell, but that's a dragon. That thing's intense. Very weak, though. Only 3/3. Snow-covered forest. Icy Manalith. There was a card we had earlier. I always forget what it's called, but it is the one that uses these. So there you go. Cool. That was pre-release kit number 1. Now let's see what else is in here, because there's still more stuff. Still more stuff. Something on top. What's this? This is a placeholder. That's actually going to come in very handy. Nice. We'll leave that in there for now. And then here, I believe... Oh, what's this in the front? What's this in the front? Is this a poster? Sort of. It's cute. Oh, I like it. Building a pre-release deck. The way you structure your deck can increase your chances of having the right cards at the right time. Most successful pre-release decks are 2 colors and have exactly 40 cards. Oh. Really? I thought I saw more colors than that. Yeah, I mean, we got all the colors right there. Yeah, I mean, what? How is... Pre-release decks are 2 colors, 15 to 18 creatures. Try to include creatures with evasion abilities like flying, trample, and menace. 5 to 8 other spells. Look for spells that destroy your opponent's creatures, make your own creature stronger, or deal damage to creatures or players. Try varying the mana costs of your cards to form a curve that looks like this. My curve does not look like that. My curve is very heavy on the 1 and 2, and then drops straight down after 3. Yeah. If I even have any 3. I generally have some. 17 lands. Tournament organizer can give you basic lands in your colors to add to your deck. Snow lands must come from your pre-release kit, draft boosters, and can't be added this way. When in doubt, ask for advice. At a pre-release, okay, so this is like you go to an event and these are the sets you get. That's cool. At a pre-release, you can ask other players for help, and you can adjust your deck throughout the day if you're not satisfied with it. I want to do that. This is so going on the wall behind me when I finally turn webcam on again. Alright, let's see what our little bonusy thing is. So we got... Oh, that's cool. Okay, so it's Showdown of the Skalds. And you can see down here is the date that... I believe that's the date the set came out. I think that's how that works. Showdown of the Skalds. Exile the top 4 cards of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play those until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards. Whenever you cast a spell this turn, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. That's a pretty cool card. I don't want to open it. I don't know. Okay, I am curious though, because this is the first promo card I've gotten. So I am curious how much it's worth, if anything. Because I know some of them probably are not worth anything. Showdown of the Skalds. From not the promo pack, but the pre-release cards. This is $1.63. $36. Not bad. Pretty cool. So we'll put that bad boy right in there, I think, just for now. Keep it all nice and... I like that. I like that you get the dice and everything. Cool. That was fun. All right. On to box number 2 of 3. First box only took an hour and a half. We're on a roll. That's fun. I would like to go to an event and get something like this, open it up, check out the cards, play with them. That's good times. That is good times. And I realize now the instruction thing that I just read talking about the 2 colors, that wasn't what is in the pre-release pack. That was a suggestion for building a deck. That's what it was. Is it a roll or a dinner bun? Can it be both? I mean, technically, can it be both? Hi, you two. How you doing? We are opening the pre-release packs tonight, which are very cool. Oh, the dice are different too. Oh, that's awesome. So I did not realize these things. You freaking fracking stupid camera garbage piece of junk ball bag thing. Okay, hang on. I need to Google this real quick. Hang on. Okay. Logitech C920 auto focus keeps turning on. Somebody has already had this issue. Autofocus fix. They have screwdrivers. Are you kidding me? I am not opening my camera. No, that's not it. That's probably not going to help. Anyway, hope you're doing good. Not you too. Thanks for stopping in. I will fix this later. It's just really annoying. The thing, the autofocus is on automatic, and I keep turning it off, and it keeps insisting on turning back on. So it's really, really, really making me happy. Just so happy. Then it doesn't help that, like, I can't just type in the number manually. I have to use a stupid slider bar. Yeah, I think that's about as good as we're gonna get for now. Anyway, technology is making me happy tonight. Can't you tell? Another shift, another shilling. That's about what's gonna happen in a little bit. You missed my rant earlier. This camera needs to, Logitech in general needs to blow up. They are such a bad company. Anyway, so this is the little dice that you get with it. Very cool. I already boxed up the last one, but on the 20 is the symbol for Kaldheim. Very nice touch. And I'm like I said before, I'm only assuming that this is a life counter. Started at 20 and count down from there, blah blah blah. But very, very cool. Did not know these sets came with dice. You learn something new every day. It definitely makes me want to get more in the future. Alright. Wait, are they just the same cards in every pack? Because the first card I opened, the first pack I opened last time, which was in the back, and I grabbed from the back again, it started with this card. Is that how this works and I just didn't realize it? Warhorn Blast. Seen it. Well, no, this is different. I know, I thought the same thing. I did just roll a 20. I'm like, oh. Well, yay, but oh. You don't want to waste those, yeah? But Mists of Lisjara, seen it. Haggy Mob, Creature, Troll, Berserker. Boast. Hagi mob deals 1 damage to any target. Again, with the flavor text that we can actually read this time. Grarg! It's just so funny. So funny. Elder Fang Disciple. Creature, elf, cleric. When Elder Fang Disciple enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card. These are just vicious. The whole discard a card thing can get annoying after a while. The brother came in a little bit ago and then like opened the door and shut it again. I didn't know what he wanted. He apparently wanted to show me a TikTok. Masked Vandal. Creature shapeshifter changeling. When Masked Vandal enters the battlefield, you may exile a creature card from your graveyard. If you do, exile target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. So it's a yin and yang situation. Give up one of your own, take away one of theirs. Pretty straightforward. Scorn Effigy, seen it. Bind the Monster, seen it. Roots of Wisdom, seen it. Starnheim Courser, seen it. Ooh, I like this song. Unts, 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 unts. Smashing Success, seen it. Avalanche Caller. Oh, pardon. Snow creature, human wizard. Target snowland you control becomes a 4/4 elemental creature with hexproof and haste until end of turn. It's still a land. It doesn't say that the land that you target can't already be tapped. So I wonder if you can tap it. The way I understand it is maybe you can tap a land and then actually target one of those lands. But I don't know, because then it's... haste does not untap a thing. It just lets it attack. So I think that just answered my question with a no. Yeah. Has to be an untapped land that you're targeting. Fearless Liberator, creature, dwarf, berserker, boast. Create a 2/1 red dwarf berserker creature token. Show me potato salad. Gates of Istfell, land. Enters tapped, add 1 white, or tap 2, 1 white, 2 blue, sacrifice Gates of Istfell. You gain 2 life and draw 2 cards. Most of the ones that do that, you only draw 1 card. You might gain 2 or possibly 3 life, but you usually only draw 1 card, if any. So that's, yeah. Especially, I mean, if you do this on a white deck, there are cards that, like, every time you draw a card, you gain life. So this would effectively be getting you 4 life in that case. And then there's other cards in white that if you gain life, you'll get counters on cards. So this is actually a really good land. Kolvori, God of Kinship, legendary creature god. As long as you control 3 or more legendary creatures, Kolvori gets 4/2 and has vigilance. So that would make it a 6/6. Which is pretty good, but that's only if you control 3 or more legendary creatures. Probably not going to happen in a draft, but could happen in a big boy deck. Tap 1 and a green look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a legendary creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Those are scary. Those are scary, like putting cards on the bottom, especially when you know what they are. But another thing I've wondered, because my return to playing Magic is 100%. Nope, 99%, because my brother and I played one game with paper on Arena. So the things where it's like, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order, Arena takes care of that. So I don't, what? But in a paper game, how do you determine random order? Is there a specific way? Or, yeah. Just little details. I don't know these things. On the back, we have Ringheart Crest, legendary artifact. As the Ringheart Crest enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Tap to add 1 green. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell of the chosen type or a legendary creature spell. Yeah, alright. Alright, that's useful. And then we got our snow-covered plains with my preferred artwork. And a bookmark. Yep, another bookmark. Ooh, is this another one of those you get to draw on it cards? We had one of those earlier. It was some kind of special card that you use to do a special thing that I don't know what it is, but it looked like something you draw on. So, it is what it is. Alright, Bergstrider. Seen it. Seize the Spoils. Seen it. Goldmaw Champion. That was our promo card. No. We had it as a foil. Yeah, no, we had it as a foil earlier. So we saw that one. Village Rites. Instant. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature. Draw 2 lands. I don't like the whole sacrifice a creature thing, but then again, it is a black deck, so that is probably beneficial in some way to sacrifice a creature. A creature. I forgot to take my allergy medicine. Masked Vein. Seen it. Scorn Effigy. Seen it. Bind the Monster. Seen it. Roots of Wisdom. Seen it. Starnheim Courser. Seen it. Smashing Success. Seen it. Did I go through this whole pack already? No. Okay. Return Upon the Tide. Sorcery. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. If it's an elf, create 2 1/1 green elf warrior creature tokens. Has Foretell. Let's see. How useful is that? Turn target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield, not to your hand. So that's a pretty big deal. And then if it's an elf, which I would assume it probably is if you're playing this card outside of draft, create 2 1/1 green elf warrior creature tokens. And it's got Foretell, so you can bank it. It's only 1 cheaper, but sometimes that matters. Commercial! Charles, how you doing? Greetings, hi. Fall of the Imposter. This is the one that was our promo card. Yeah. So that was that one. You just watch one of them. Poison the cup, instant. Destroy target creature. If this spell was foretold, scry 2. So that one's definitely going to be foretold. I mean, that's a freebie. Not a bad card, though. 2 mana to destroy a creature. That's big. I appreciate the support. I guess. Tundra Snow sorcery. Tundra deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Add colorless for each snow spent to cast this spell. Until end of turn, you don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. Okay, so if you, for example, cast this with, I don't know, let's say 2 snow-covered mountains and 1 snow-covered swamp, that would add 3 colorless, effectively making this a free cast to deal 4 damage to a creature. That's a pretty big deal, especially in a draft situation. For Kaldheim, you're basically going to have snow-covered land. So yeah, this is a freebie. Huh. Hope the world is treating everyone well out there. I do appreciate you guys hanging out, keeping me company, just opening some cards. It's my new thing now. I sell singles of the Magic the Gatherings, the Yu-Gi-Ohs, soon to be hockey cards, and other things. So we're just hanging out, opening some cards. Yeah, it is one of those draw-on cards. Okay, so it says you can use this card to represent a double-faced card. Oh! Did we get one in this pack? No, it was the last pack. Okay. So what this is, I get it. So I don't have one sitting out, but there's cards that are in the set. I know I had one. Hang on. How far back was it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so there's cards like this, right? Kaldheim, God of Kinship, where they're actually 2-sided cards, right? Well, all Magic cards have a back to them, right? So how does that work? If there's a 2-sided card, they're obviously going to know that this card is in your hand. Well, the thing is, Magic players mostly put their cards in those silly plastic sleeves, and the ones that they have these days, they're solid on the back. And so you put this in a sleeve, you can't see the back. But especially if you're in a draft situation or something, maybe you don't have your sleeves with you, or just don't do it, or whatever. So then you take this card and you go, this is now Kaldheim, God of Kinship. Kabam! And you write down, the info in the here. And then when you're holding this card in your hand, nobody knows that it's actually this card. You do the same thing on the back, blah, blah, blah. Because you can only play one side or the other. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. I did not know they had things like that. You learn something new every day. And they did not have those in the set packs. That's what I'm normally opening, is these guys. These are the set boosters. But what I'm opening tonight are draft boosters, because they're pre-release kits. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Oh dear. I've not gotten the hang of opening these the magical way that the pros do it. I'll get there. Pilfering Hawk, seen it. For anyone else just joining, when I do the seen it thing, we already opened it tonight, so if you want to read it, you gotta go back and watch the VOD. Sorry. Otherwise, we'll be here all night. Tormentor's Helm. Artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. Whenever equipped creature becomes blocked, it deals 1 damage to defending player. Equip for 1. 1 mana to bring in, 1 mana to equip, gets a 1/1, and does extra damage to the player. Wow, that's not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Beskir Shield Mate, seen it. You don't just look at the pack and say, "How you doing?" and they peel themselves. The way some of the like pro people that do box breaking open packs, it almost looks like they do. They just sort of boom, and then the cards are in their hand. It's like, what? Carfell Harbinger. Creature, zombie wizard, tap to add blue. Spend this mana only to foretell a card from your hand or cast an instant or sorcery spell. Alright. I mean, a little picky, but it is what it is. Broken Wings, instant, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. That's actually quite a bit. A lot of these will do enchantment, artifact, or creature, but usually you don't get to pick from any of them. It is only creature with flying, but that's still a big deal. Especially because you could cheese it. There's cards that you could enchant a creature of your opponent's so that it has flying, and then use that card to destroy a creature with flying. Dread Rider. I can't remember if we got this one tonight or not. Creature, Spirit Knight. 1 and a black. Exile a creature card. And tap this. Exile a creature card from your graveyard. Target opponent loses 3 life. Way down low. Sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this spell, exile a creature card from your graveyard. Target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn. Code Spell Cleric. Creature, human cleric. Vigilance. When Code Spell Cleric enters the battlefield, if it was the second spell you cast this turn, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Okay, so it doesn't even... The counter doesn't even have to go on it. It can go on something else. That's not bad. I said this earlier again also, but the whole casting a second spell on a turn thing seems like fiction. I just don't do that very much. Alright, I need to adjust my camera again because it's a piece of garbage, and autofocus has once again turned itself back on. Turn it off. I'm just going to pick a number. 17. Let's go with 17. Apply. Okay. Okay. Try to ignore it for a while. Anyway, that's not a bad card. Not a bad one indeed. Bound in Gold. This one gets nasty. Enchantment Aura, enchanted permanent can't attack, block, or crew vehicles, and its activated abilities can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. That was one of the ones that I was talking about earlier, where sometimes there'll be a card that makes a card not untap, so therefore you can't really attack or block with it, but if it has abilities, sometimes they can still trigger. Well, this one, they can only trigger if they're mana abilities, meaning that you have to tap mana in order to do it. But you still can't do those if the card itself also says you have to tap the card Actually, I don't know. Can't attack, because it doesn't say that the card is tapped. Enchanted permanent can't attack, block, or crew vehicles. So actually, yes, it says that it can't attack or block, but I think the card remains untapped. And you can untap it because, like I said, was saying some of the activated abilities, you have to actually tap the card. So it looks like you can still do those. If it also has mana, because some of them are just tap the card. So I don't think you can do those. Interesting. Shackles of Treachery. Sorcery, gain control of... I love this card. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. Until end of turn, it gains haste, and whenever this creature deals damage, destroy target equipment attached to it. There's so much going on. It is a very simple thing, but at the same time just does so much. And it's great. Okay, apparently 17 is there now. I thought we were farther back. Anyway. But yeah, I love this one. I've not played it much recently on Arena, but I do like this card. Whenever I do a quick draft and that pops up, I usually try to pick it. Path to the World Tree. Enchantment. When Path to the World Tree enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. Okay. Tap everything in existence to sacrifice Path to the World Tree. You gain 2 life, draw 2 cards. Target opponent loses 2 life. Path to the World Tree deals 2 damage to up to 1 target creature. You create a 2/2 green bear creature token. That's a lot of things, yeah? That all makes sense, but there's a lot going on there. Giant's Amulet. Artifact equipment. When Giant's Amulet enters the battlefield, you may pay 3 plus 1 blue. If you do, create a 4/4 blue giant wizard creature token, then attach Giant's Amulet to it. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and this creature has hexproof as long as it's untapped. Okay. As long as it's untapped. I mean, that's still... Oh, excuse me. Still good, because... has hexproof as long as it's untapped. So hexproof, it can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control. So, okay, so hexproof when it's untapped means that it can survive like the fireballs and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. Replicating ring. Seen it. Burning Rune Demon. I think we had this the other night. Last night. Flying. Demon Berserker. When Burning Rune Demon enters the battlefield, you may search your library for what? That was my phone, sorry. Search your library for exactly 2 cards not named Burning Rune Demon that have different names themselves. If you do, reveal those cards. An opponent chooses one of them. Put the chosen card into your hand and the other into your graveyard. Then shuffle your library. Huh. Okay, so that's actually kind of interesting because, yes, your opponent gets to pick which one out of what you picked goes on the table, but the other one is just going into your graveyard. And there's plenty of black cards that can take something out of the graveyard and either put it in your hand or on the battlefield. And either of those isn't bad. So, oops, excuse me, stretch. So that's actually really good. Really, really good. Snow-covered island. Okay, and the snowlands are still basic. I was curious about that earlier. Bookmark. Bookmark. Man, my box is almost full. The box that I'm putting the cards in before they're sorted. Do 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 do. God's Hall Guardian. Seen it. Oh, right. We're a little closer now. Strategic Planning. Seen it. Fearless Pup. My favorite card. Story Seeker. Seen it. Drugger Recruiter. Seen it. Jaspera Sentinel. Seen it. Frostbite. Seen it. Ogre Raven. Creature Bird. Flying. Has Foretell. Short and sweet. Nice and simple. 3/3 flying. I would, has Foretell. I would definitely put that in my deck. Codespell Cleric. Seen it. Batter Shield Warrior. Creature. Human Warrior. Boast. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Now I assume that the +1/+1 takes effect before damage is dealt. Because Boast happens when you attack, and the Boast is before... Yeah, it has to be then. Has to be. Yeah. Cool. Shepherd of the Cosmos. Creature, Angel Warrior, flying. When Shepherd of the Cosmos enters the battlefield, return target permanent card with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So 2 or less, that's not too hectic, but that's still pretty not bad. Especially, it also has flying. Ooh, another Immerstrom card. Oh. Immerstrom Skull land. Enters tapped. Tap to add 1 black. Tap a bunch of other stuff and sacrifice. It deals 3 damage to target player. That player discards a card. Activate when you could cast the sorcery. That's pretty good, I think. That is pretty good. Redan, God of the Worthy, legendary creature god, flying, vigilance, snowlands, your opponent control, enter the battlefield tapped. Non-creature spells your opponent cast with converted mana cost 4 or greater cost 2 more to cast. That's pretty big. That's pretty big. Hello, mother. Greetings. Are there baby bunnies out? So on the back of that one is Valkmira Protector's Shield, legendary artifact. If a source an opponent controls would deal damage to you or a permanent you control, prevent 1 of that damage. Whenever you or another permanent you control becomes a target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter that spell or ability unless the controller pays 1. So it makes everything more expensive by 1, which that could be enough to be a deterrent sometimes. This is one of those that I don't think comes up as much in Arena because there's no real chance of forgetting because the computer takes care of it for you. So, too dark to see? Oh well. Ah well. Snow-covered mountain, and it looks like we got a foil. What did we get? Open the Omen Paths. Isn't that the foil we got earlier? No, I think that was in yesterday's pack. But we did get this card already. And a Dwarf Berserker token. Nice. Alright. 2 more packs in this kit. Litjara Keen Seekers. Oh, coffee, hang on. Okay, Litjara Kin Seekers. Seen it. Cinderheart Giant. Creature Giant Berserker. Trample. When Cinderheart Giant dies, it deals 7 damage to a creature an opponent controls chosen at random. Yeah, that would be mean. That would be really mean. Doomscar Oracle, creature, human cleric. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, you gain 2 life. Can be foretold. Not bad. King Harold's Revenge. Harold's in here a lot. Sorcery. Until end of turn, target creature gets +1/+1 for each creature you control and gains trample. It must be blocked this turn if able. That could be vicious. Death Knell Berserker. Seen it. Open the Omen Paths. Obviously seen it. Raven Wings. Seen it. Struggle for Skemfar. I hate it when I do that. Struggle for Skemfar. I don't know if we've seen this tonight. Sorcery. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control, then that creature fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. I think we have, actually. Anul. Seen it. Ravenous Lindworm. Creature worm. When Ravenous Lindworm enters the battlefield, you gain 4 life. Which is a really big deal, because it's already a 6/6. And that's big. Hailstorm Valkyrie. Snow creature, angel wizard, flying with trample. 2 snow. Hailstorm Valkyrie gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Litjara Mirror Lake. Land. Enters tapped. 1 blue. Sacrifice. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, except it enters with an additional 1/1 counter on it. Activate this ability only when you can do sorcery. Huh. That's not bad. Commercial! Cardoor Doomscourge. Jax, how you doing, my friend? Legendary creature, Demon Berserker. When Cardoor Doomscourge enters the battlefield, until your next turn, creatures your opponents control attack each combat if able and attack a player other than you if able. Whenever an attacking creature dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So this guy is like, oh, excuse me. This guy is like Godzilla with swords. Sorta, kinda. I mean, oh, he's not a giant. Never mind. Elvish War Master, creature, elf warrior. Whenever 1 or more other elves enters the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token. This ability triggers only once each turn. Tap a bunch of things. Elves you control get +2/+2 and gain death touch until end of turn. Yeah, this is one of those that you kind of have to have in an elf deck, if that's your thing. Good mostly, but with everything going on, I feel like I'm constantly in a weird mental state. I get that. I get that. Not fun, but I get that. Good luck to you, sir. Volatile Fjord, Snowland. It's a dually. Blue and red. Elf warrior token. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. Last pack of this box, and then we got 1 more box to go for tonight. Alright. Carfell Harbinger, seen it. Axgard Cavalry, seen it. Kitties! Coma's Faithful, seen it. Horizon Seeker, seen it. Jarl of the Forsaken, seen it. Open the Omen Paths, seen it. Raven Rings, seen it. Struggle for Skemfar, seen it. Annual, seen it. Ravenous Lindworm, seen it. Forging the Tyrite Sword. I don't think we've seen it. Saga card, phase 1 and 2, create a treasure token. Those are for mana, basically. Well, literally. Search your library for a card named Halvar, God of Battle, or an equipment card. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. Alright. I'm finally starting to get the hang of these saga cards. They were very confusing at first. But once you get it, they're good. Provoke the Trolls. Instant. Provoke the Trolls deals 3 damage to any target. If a creature is dealt damage this way, it gets +5 until end of turn. That's another one. Again, it sounds cool. I just have not yet found a good situation where that would be particularly useful. Not Vold Slumbermound enters tapped. Tap for red, or tap 3, 1 red, 2 green, sacrifice, destroy target land, create a 4/4 green troll warrior creature token with trample. I really want to use this card. Someday maybe I will. Battle for Bredagard. Phase 1, create a 1/1 white human warrior creature token. Phase 2, create a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token. Phase 3, choose any number of artifact tokens and or creature tokens you control with different names. For each of them, create a token that's a copy of it. Ah, yes. I was talking about that one last night. It sounds like one that would be very, very handy if the stars aligned to where you have a lot of tokens. I don't think I make as many in my elf deck, but in my goblin deck, it's pretty much nothing but tokens. So that would be fun. Although, well, with different names. It doesn't say different types. Although I guess with the creature tokens, yeah, all of mine for Goblin would be like, oh, what was Elf Warrior, Goblin Warrior token, something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Snow-covered swamp, good stuff. Zombie Berserker token. Yay! Box number 2. But what did we get for our promo card? Icebreaker Kraken. We had the regular card of this the other night. See, Snow Creature Kraken. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each snow land you control. So in a Kaldheim draft, that would be convenient. When Icebreaker Kraken enters the battlefield, artifacts and creatures target opponent controls don't untap during that player's next untap phase. Step. Return 3 snow lands you control to their owner's hands. Return Icebreaker Kraken to its owner's hand. Yeah, this is kind of a weird card, but I would love to see it in action. All right. Out of curiosity, let's see how much this bad boy is. If anything. I think the last pre-release card we had was like $1 something. So let's see. Icebreaker Kraken. This is the pre-release card. $1.32. Looks like these pre-releases are not doing too good. But it's still fun. I wanted to open these and just experience it. I've never done one of these packs. And now I have 3, and I just noticed that the autofocus is turned on again. You sack of words that I prefer not to say on my somewhat family-friendly stream. A little hard to see because it's in the plastic. That doesn't help. And I've lost my sweet spot. I think it's back there now. Nope. It's not one thing, it's another. Oh, it just completely reset the number. It didn't turn autofocus back on. It just reset the number. Sack of goddamn. Mm-hmm. All right, so there we go. That is pre-release pack number 2. That was fun. Oh, what is this? Did I get one of these in the other thing? Oh, I don't want to show you that because I play Arena. It's an Arena card. It's a code for Arena. You get like a pack of cards or something. I think you can only use one of the codes even if you buy like 7 pre-release packs. So if anybody plays, I will probably have codes later. I thought there was supposed to be one in every box though, and I didn't get one in here. Or did I just not see it? I just didn't see it. Yeah, buddy. All right, well, I'll leave those in here for now. Cool. Okay, we got that one. I'll put the Arena card back in here for that one. Okay, put that. And I hate to do it again, but I'm going to step away for a very short break, and this time hope that my break camera works. Thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in. We will be right back in just one moment. I do have one more box to go through. So we will be doing that when I get back. Thank you. This has been a ton of fun. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. I'll see you shortly. Oh, I hate that, Jax. Oh, yeah, mine's been doing it too because of the weather. Again, with the cameras not working. I left and the cat camera was up fine. I don't know when it went off in here, but I was all showing off the cats and stuff in the other room. Oh, that's definitely the wrong camera. Where did it even go? Why? Why? Why does technology hate me so much that just nothing works? I don't know. Did it change IPs again? No, it works fine there. Now it works. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just need to not say anything. I did my rant for the day earlier. I touch any piece of technology and it just stops working. Okay, no, I said I wasn't going to do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. We're back. Let's open some more cards, shall we? Oh, right. I'm definitely going to have to turn off autofocus again. Right? Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. The happiness level. That happiness level, man, I tell ya. I need to move to Colorado. I'd be much happier there. Anyway. Oh no, don't bend the corners. Don't bend the corners. Oh, the corners. The plastic won't break. This one's being difficult. I need a refund. I need a refund. I'm not going to tell you how much these things cost, but I got them cheap enough that this was a fun experiment. But yeah, hopefully I can get more fun, cheap stuff like this in the future. I should. Okay, a brief side thing. Blarg indeed. Funky fresh. I like that one. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I should have taken my allergy medicine much sooner. So let me check the calendar real quick. So I've got like a whole schedule set up for the coming days. Right now I have inventory for and have scheduled just through Monday for now. But I have more inventory showing up tomorrow. And with that inventory, I will be covered to do a box a day until the last day will be the 10th. I have stuff for that next week, but I don't have anything for that Sunday, but that'll be in the next order. Basically, my goal for this is to try opening something every day through Star Wars Day. Because I have a very special box planned for opening on Star Wars Day. And yeah, so it's not going to be not just Magic, not just Yu-Gi-Oh! I am getting some hockey cards, which should be a lot of fun. The set that I'm getting for the hockey cards is called Opeachy. They're the cheaper set, but also not the cheapest set. They're a good starting collector set. And I found out recently that one of their gimmicks for that set of cards is they have playing cards, like actual, ace through king playing cards that you can get in the packs. And they're actually worth a fair bit of money, which is very cool. I want a set for myself. I just like playing cards. So anyway, that's coming in the future. Right now, though, let's open some more Magic cards. Oh, I was hoping for a third color of dice. I think that's what I got in the first box. But again, I did not even realize that these came with dice. Okay, so I read the description and it said turn down counter. I actually thought it was going to be a card with one of those little turn dealy things that flips a number through a little cut in the card or something. That's what I was picturing for whatever reason. And then to find out that they're actual dice. I'm going to buy these from now on just for the dice. Because it's the symbol of the set even. I'm sure these are even collectible. And I want them all. I want them all. Oh, with the hockey set also. So the set is one of the largest card sets out there for hockey. There's 600 cards in the base set. And then there's also retro variations of all the cards. So that's a lot of cards you can collect. And the retro ones, of course, they're special or whatever. But there's apparently what are considered super boxes, where instead of the retro cards being a rare find in the packs, the entire box is all retro cards. Yeah, that sounds so fun. All right, here we go. Litjara Kinseekers. Seen it. Cinderheart Giant. Seen it. Doomscar Oracle. Seen it. Pilfering Hawk. Seen it. You know what I should do sometime is get draft cards. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow night and actually try and build a deck. I don't have anybody here to play with, but I mean, well, maybe my brother would. I don't know. I did, like, in the future, there's a lot of sets where I do actually plan on getting a draft box and playing with him for special events, but we won't talk about those just yet. Dread Rider. Seen it. Icehide Troll. I don't think we've seen this yet. Snow Creature, Troll Warrior. 2 snow, and Icehide Troll gets +2 and gains indestructible until end of turn. Tap it. That whole tap it thing. I don't know why you would do that. Yeah, I don't know why you'd do that. It made sense up until it said tap it. And then that's where it lost me. Huh. Feed the Serpent. Instant. Exile target creature or planeswalker. Plain, simple, powerful. Maybe one more black mana than I'd like to spend, but yep, that could get nasty. Giant Ox. I don't think we've actually seen this tonight. Creature, Ox. Oh, yeah, we did. Whatever. Giant Ox crews vehicles with its toughness rather than its power. I say this every time, but this goes with the Colossal Plow, now that I know that's what it's called instead of Giant Plow. Augury Raven. Seen it. Arachnoform. Enchantment. Aura. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2, has reach, and is every creature type. I don't know if that would be used. No, no. Not the way I play. I don't think that would be useful for me. Oh, okay. I say this every time too. We got that other token earlier that was the something shards. I think, is that this card? Nope, never mind. Yeah, no, no, no. Create a colorless snow. Okay, hang on. Svella Ice Shaper, legendary snow creature, troll warrior. You ox. Your face is an ox. 3 and tap, create a colorless snow artifact token named Icy Manalith with tap to add 1 mana of any color. So yeah, we got that token card earlier. 6, a red and a green. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may cast a spell from among them without paying its mana cost. Hang on, I like this song and want to... Oh, I already liked it. Okay, good. Copy link. What does this do? Can I get info about the song? Oh, right. That's what the links are in chat that it keeps spamming. No. No, wait. Okay. Maybe that's what I want. Sure. Sorry. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may cast a spell from among them without paying its mana cost. Right, because you already did. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Not bad. Frenzied Raider, creature, demon, berserker. Whenever you activate a... Oh, we had this. A boast ability, put a +1/+1 on Frenzied Raider. Yeah, because I was saying this one you could end up... If you have like 2 or 3 attacking creatures all with boast, and you activate them all, although that would get pretty pricey on mana, but it could be done, so you could get multiple plus counters on a single turn. That's cool. Vengeful Reaper, creature, angel, cleric, flying death. Yeah, we had that one. Flying death touch, haste, a 2/3, flying, haste, and death touch. I can't believe this is an uncommon. I really think this should be a rare. But especially you can foretell it for 2 of any color. And then you just, yeah, that's, that's a good one. Flight Step Pathway, land, add black, or Seer Step Pathway, land, add red. And then we have a snow-covered island. Which looks like it's a snow-covered petrified forest, if I'm honest. I mean, I get those are supposed to be waves, but... I don't know, can you tell? Yeah. To me, it looks like a petrified forest, and that's like... weird alien moss or something. But it's a covered island. Zombie Berserker. There we go. I do not know if I'm going to be able to fit all these cards in the box. I don't think so. Nope. I have filled another box and I have no more room for cards. I lie. I've got plenty of room. Oh, there we go. Okay. Some of these don't want to open the way that I do it, which is probably why other people do it different ways. All right, Disdainful Stroke. What is that a picture of? Oh, it looks like a person on a rock doing like a Fantasia kind of thing. I think what's going on there. And if you look, oh, I can't hold in that angle. Right there is the person, I think. And they've got like the whole standing on the rock, pushing the waters up. There's probably walking brooms somewhere. Instant counter target spell with converted mana cost 4 or greater. Breakneck Berserker creature, dwarf berserker with haste. 3 to bring in, 3/2 with haste. And it's a dwarf, which, I mean, I know you can build dwarf decks, I know you can build berserker decks, so it would probably have bonuses of its own, so it's a nice... Yeah, I mean, not the cheapest card, but take a couple turns to get out, but once you do, it ain't bad. Warhorn Blast, seen it. Brine Barrow Intruder, seen it. Elderfang Disciple, seen it. Masked Vandal, seen it. Elderleaf Mentor, seen it. Bound in Gold, seen it. Raven Form. Sorcery. Exile target artifact or creature. Its controller creates a 1/1 blue bird creature token with flying. Can be foretold. Exile target artifact or creature. Its controller then creates a 1/1 blue bird creature token with flying. Okay, so how would you use this? Because why do I want to give my opponent a 1/1 blue bird? What is the advantage there? I mean, I do get rid of an artifact or a creature of any toughness, so it's a fairly fair trade-off, I guess, depending on the situation. Yeah, I guess that's not bad. And I've used cards like this a few times in situations where... So my opponent did put on like this card. Enchant permanent. Enchanted permanent can't attack, block, or crew vehicles, and its activated abilities can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. So someone will put one of these on my card, and I can't attack with it anymore. Well, it doesn't do me any good sitting there. And maybe they put something different that also has another effect or something. So I really want to get rid of the enchantment. If I have to get rid of the creature it's attached to, I mean, it happens, I guess. But with this card, I can get rid of my own creature that this is attached to, and then also get a 1/1 flying. So that seems nice, but my first thought is always, and maybe this is my problem of not understanding Magic, but my first thought is always whatever this does, it does it to your opponent. So yes, I could get rid of an artifact or creature. They just get another one in exchange. I don't play blue anyway, so it doesn't matter. That was good timing on the music. Agar, the Freezing Flame. We had this the other night, but not the showcase card, I think. Legendary creature, giant wizard. Whenever a creature or planeswalker an opponent controls is dealt excess damage, if a giant wizard or spell you control dealt damage to it this turn, draw a card. Dealt damage. Okay. So, okay. I think my brain is starting to shut down. It didn't make sense at first, but I think I get it now. Cole, the Forge Master. I think we had his foil earlier. Still cracks me up. I had trouble pronouncing Cole. Because Koll to me does not necessarily spell coal. But then it was pointed out Coal, and he's a forge master. Yeah. It's like my mom made a thing about how she always had trouble remembering 6 times 6 was 36 for whatever reason, and then once you get it, you can never unlearn that 6 times 6 is 36. You know, it just blah 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 blah. But then, because she made a deal out of it, I will never forget 6 times 6 is 36 either. I don't know. Coal. Yep. Can't unsee it. Surtland Frostpire. I have a sneeze coming. Comes into the field tapped. Tap from one mountain. Or you could do two blue and a red, and sacrifice to scry 2. Also deals 2 damage to each creature. Activate this ability when you can sorcery. Yeah, I don't. It was so long ago that my mom told me that story too. I don't even remember what brought it up. Oh, I think I still, oddly enough, I still don't think I can do it to this day. No, maybe I can. I'm not gonna try. I can't spell exercise. And I think she was telling me her story of the thing that she always had trouble with, and it was just funny. But yeah, I agree. Too many 6s. The Raven's Warning Saga card, Phase 1, create... did we get this? Let's find out. Create a 1/1 blue bird creature token with flying. You gain 2 life. No, we have not. Whenever one or more creatures you control with flying deal combat damage to a player this turn, look at that player's hand and draw a card. 1 or more. Okay, so it only triggers once. Okay. Excuse me. Phase 3, you may put a card you own from outside. Oh, we had this one the other night, and I still don't understand this. So Phase 3, you may put a card you own from outside the game on top of your library. Excuse me. Sorry, I had to cough. Now, obviously, they're saying some, tournament legal Magic the Gathering official card. But my smart butt would be like, here's an ace of diamonds, beat that. And I mean, what can they say? I have had spell checker look at me and just, nope, no clue. Just go to Google and type it and come back. I know the feeling. I've done it a couple times. I'm like, I swear that's how you spell discomfort, but it's not coming out right. I mean, I don't know if that was the word I had trouble with, but yeah. Yep. So that phase, that explanation, I'm a little clueless on. It seems like it should be easy to understand. Bring a card you own. From it's specific about a card you own, so you can't grab something that your opponent has. From outside the game on top of your library. That is just such an interesting card. There's been other cards like that in the past, but that's the only one in this set I've seen that does something like that. Snow-covered forest. I like the little owl hiding in there. He's cute. Alright, what is this? Magda Brazen Outlaw. I do not think I've ever seen this card. Which I said earlier tonight, and then it turned out I already had it. But I don't think I've seen this one. Magda Brazen Outlaw. Legendary creature, dwarf berserker. Other dwarves... See? Okay, I was saying. There's dwarf decks. Other dwarves you control get +1. Whenever a dwarf you control becomes tapped, create a treasure token. So does that mean every time a dwarf attacks, You get a treasure token? Yeah, definitely, because sacrifice 5 treasures, search your library for an artifact or dragon card, put that card onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. That's big. That's fun. It's a pretty card, too. I don't know if you can see the rainbow foil too well. There we go. That's a good angle. It has just a nice room glow to it when it's up there in the corner. How about that corner? Nah, nope, I like that one. Sorry. That's a cool card. I think there's one like that for... Well, no, not with the treasures, though. Never mind. Is this a bookmark? Yep, another bookmark. Got a lot of those this time. Next pack. I gotta watch more people and see how they open cards. I think I've done it a different way just about every time I've opened it. Depart the realm. What do we got? Oh, I think my camera gone and done it again. Probably done did it a long time ago, but I only just now noticed it's a bad little camera. And the autofocus has turned itself back on. You bad camera. What are we doing? 18 now? Is that what we're doing? I don't know. We'll do 18. Doesn't matter. It's gonna change again anyway. Depart the realm. Instant. Return target non-land to its owner's hand. Can be foretold. It's pretty cheap as it is. I mean, why would you foretell this? It's an instant. I mean, yes, 1 is less than 2, but okay, so to cast the spell, it costs 2. 1 blue, 1 whatever. To foretell, it costs 2. Granted, that can be of any color, and then to actually cast it, it's just 1 blue. But And that's another thing. I'm spoiled with Arena and don't quite remember. When you foretell a card, I can't remember if your opponent sees it. Because that would make a difference, I think, as well. But this seems like one of those cards that you'd foretell just to do it. Like if you happen to have the mana and you need, can't spend it on anything else, but you don't necessarily need to return a non-land permanent to its owner's hand just yet, then you'd foretell it. I don't play blue. I don't care. Immerstrom Raider. I can't remember if we had this one tonight or not. We've had a bunch of Immerstrom cards. Creature, Demon, Berserker. When Immerstrom Raider enters the battlefield, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Sweet. Simple. To the point. Pretty cheap, too. Valor of the Worthy. Enchantment, aura, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1. When enchanted creature leaves the battlefield, create a 1/1 white serpent creature token with flying. Another thing I'm spoiled with Arena, I just realized, I don't actually know how enchantments work. I know how you bring it out, you enchant whatever it says to enchant. That part I get. But say, if I remember correctly, so you have a creature, right? Let's say, ignore this card. Let's say you had an equipment, right? You put the equipment on a creature, and then that creature dies. The equipment, I think, stays on the battlefield. Like you move it over to your little side spot. because all the equipment cards have a little, cost to equip, so you can then put it on another creature or whatever. But with enchantments, I think if you enchant a thing, a creature, whatever, and that creature dies, I believe the enchantment gets discarded with them. I think. So that's something I don't know. I'm spoiled by Arena. It does it for me. And I never pay attention. So I'll have to pay attention next time I play. But because when enchanted creature leaves the battlefield, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. I assume that the enchantment goes away because there's no rules to enchant another creature. So I think I just answered my own question. Because I was going to say, if you could leave this out there and put it on another creature, and then when that one goes away, create another 1/1 flying, that would be nuts. But I don't think you can. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that word. Snow creature, zombie berserker. 1 in a snow. Grim dude gets +1 and gains menace until end of turn. Not bad. Not bad. But I mean, he's only got 2 defense, so that's not the greatest. But it is a black deck, so you can bring stuff back from the graveyard and you get bonuses and blah 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 blah. King Harold's Revenge. Seen it. Raiders Carve, I think. Cave. I don't know how to say that word because in English it doesn't make sense. Carve. Artifact vehicle. Whenever the thing attacks, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield tapped. Oh, right. This was another one of those that, in my opinion, I feel really fits with the whole Viking, Norse, whatever theme. So you're out on a raid. This is a vehicle, so you have to crew it. So there's a crew, blah blah blah. Makes sense. It's an attack boat. Look at the top card. If it's a land, you may put it into the battlefield tapped. You are literally a Viking going out to sack a town, and you get that land. I mean, how much more Viking is that? I love it. Again, with the music timing. Squash! Instant! This spell costs 3 less to cast if you control a giant. Squash deals 6 damage to target creature or planeswalker. So if you have a giant, it's basically 2 mana for 6 damage. Yes, please. Grizzled Outrider. Creature, elf warrior, 5/5. Plain, simple, sweet. It's an elf and a warrior. So many things you can do with that. So many things. Maybe not in a draft deck, but in a big boy deck, sure. Bind the Monster. Seen it. Starnheim Courser. Seen it. Rune Crown. Seen it. Rune of Mortality. Oddly enough, the last time we've seen it was also right after Runed Crown. Coincidence? Makes you wonder. Rootless You. Seen it. Esika's Chariot. I don't think I've ever seen this card. He says for the 3rd time in one night. It's kitties. It is very, very fluffy kitties. Oh my goodness, I want one. Look at that guy. He's adorable. Can you see it? Is it blurry? I don't want it to be blurry. Oh, and that one's just sleeping away. Sorry, cats. Legendary artifact vehicle. When Asika's chariot enters the battlefield, create two 2/2 green cat creature tokens. Whenever Asika's chariot attacks, create a token that's a copy of target token you control. Crew 4. Oh, I want to make a deck around this card. I want to make a cat deck. I'm sure that's a thing. This is amazing, and I don't think I've ever seen a cat token either. So hopefully we'll get one of those at some point. Oh, I like this card. I don't think I've even ever seen this one in Arena. How fun. Snow-covered plains, my favorite art. And spirit token. Good stuff. How do they do it? There is like, okay, there is a thing. Like, do they split these? Is that how they do it? That seems like so much work. I don't think that's how they do it. Got another one of those cool art card things. That thing exploded. Oh, God. Anyway, looks like we got another cool art card. Haggy Mob. Seen it. Master Skald. Have not seen it tonight. Creature, Dwarf Warrior. When Master Skald enters the battlefield, you may exile a creature card from your graveyard. If you do, return target artifact or enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. Oh my. Let's see. Enters battle. You may exile a creature from your graveyard. If you do, artifact. That's pretty cool. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Durger Recruiter, seen it. Mammoth Growth, instant target creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn, and you can foretell that bad boy. So you're foretelling for 2. Yeah, okay. I think the biggest thing for understanding foretell is I need to find out exactly whether your opponent sees your foretold cards. I think they do. Ravenous Lindworm, seen it. Behold the Multiverse. Instant scry 2, then draw 2 cards. Can be foretold. Revitalize. Instant, you gain 3 life, draw a card. Very similar. Rager's Cave. Seen it. Carve. Cave. Squash. Seen it. Icebind Pillar. Snow artifact. Tap a snow in this to tap an target artifact or creature. Tap an artifact. I think there's, yeah, okay. I don't use artifacts much, so I need to research that a little bit. Skimfar Shadow Sage. Creature I don't know if I've seen this one either. Oh, wait. No, yeah, I have. Because she has a weird bowl of antlers. It's so weird. Skimfar Shadow Sage. Creature, elf, cleric. When Skimfar Shadow Sage enters the battlefield, choose one. Each opponent loses X life, where X is the greatest number of creatures you control that have a creature type in common. So great for an elf deck, for example. You gain X life. Wait, you do both? No, you choose one. You gain life where X is the greatest number of creatures you control that have a creature type in common. Okay. That's a fun card. That's a fun card. I wonder if that one is in my elf deck. I think it is, but we'll find out. Dual Strike. Instant. When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell with converted mana cost 4 or less this turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. That sounds like it could get mean. When you cast your next instant or sorcery... Okay. I mean, that's like, just for example, and I don't remember what it's called, but there's like spells that do a fireball, and it just does like 2 damage to everything on the table. Do that twice? Yeah. Because sometimes it'll do 2 damage, and there's like 2 creatures left that still had 3, defense. And if you can do it twice, well, there they go. The Blood Sky Massacre. Phase 1, create a 2/3 red demon berserker creature token with menace. Phase 2, whenever a berserker attacks this turn, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. Phase 3, add red for each berserker you control. Until end of turn, you don't lose his mana, blah, 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 blah. For each berserker. Okay. So I could see some fun things with this, because I think... Yeah, no, I'm not going to get into it. But that's a fun one. Okay. Whenever I don't like phase 2, but I never like anything that... Oh, because it's part black. That's why. It's part of the swampies. That's why you have to lose the life. Alpine Meadow, Dually Land, Mountain Plains. Blight Step Pathway. Oh, I don't know if I had to have. But I don't know or remember if I've gotten a foil double-sided card before. That's kind of cool. Look at the... So this is technically the foil on the back of the card. Nope, where we go? There we go. Well, let me put it right side up. There, you can see it pretty good. That's a pretty card, and it's interesting because that's on the back. Now, I'm not sure what printing process Wizards uses. I don't know if they do... I don't think they would do double-side printing. I don't think you can on cards, really. So you basically run it through and then run it through again, which with foil things can definitely cause problems. So again, I'm not sure how they do their process. Apparently people complain about their foiling though. It's very boring. There's nothing particularly special. Actually, I'm trying to look now. There is some sort of pattern in the foil on the text, but it almost looks like that's an accident of just the printing process. I don't know if it's intentional or not. But that's like, I've seen some of the like Pokemon foil cards and stuff, and they've got like crazy stars in them and little swirly things, and it's just so much prettier. So very pretty. Some of these are pretty, but there's just nothing overly spectacular about them. I like this one though. Double-sided. Pretty neat. Another art card thing. One more pack after this. I want to try and make it explode again. I don't know what happened there, but that kind of did fun things. It was like a pop-up book. Alright, Wings of the Cosmos. Instant. Target creature gets +1/+3 and gains flying until end of turn. Untap it. See, now, untap it. That makes a lot more sense. tapping a card after you give it a bonus, that doesn't make sense to me. But this one makes sense. And it's cheap. That's really cheap. To also get flying? Wow. Trigger! Thought Thief. Creature zombie rogue. When Trigger Thought Thief enters the battlefield, look at the top card of target player's library. You may put that card into their graveyard. Interesting. That could come in handy. Tuskeri Firewalker, creature, human berserker. Boast. Exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. That's another mechanic I need to sort of figure out. I think if I have ever used it in Arena, that's another, like, Arena takes care of it, so I don't... But yeah, the whole playing an exiled card. Because there was one... Excuse me, there was one card that we had earlier that... what was it? Something exile, and then you can use the card or cards until the end of your opponent's next turn. Yeah, so you're using the exiled cards for a while in that case. This one, it's just until the end of the turn, I think. Yeah, just this turn. But still, I need to research that. X-Guard Braggart. Seen it. Wither Crown. Seen it. Broken Wings. Seen it. Elderleaf Mentor. Seen it. Bound in Gold. Seen it. Ravenform. Seen it. Vault Robber, creature, dwarf rogue. 1 and tap to exile a creature card from your graveyard to then create a treasure token. Yeah. Yep, that's useful. That is very useful. Dwarven Hammer. Artifact equipment. When Dwarven Hammer enters the battlefield, you may pay 2. If you do, create a 2/1 red Dwarven Berserker creature token, then attach Dwarven Hammer to it. Equipped creature gets +3/+0 and has trample equipped 3. I don't remember if... I don't know enough about Magic to know whether or not the whole... you may pay 2 if you do make a token thing. I don't know if that's a Kaldheim thing, or... I don't remember that always being a thing. I don't know. I'm curious when... If that's common now, I'm curious when that came into the game. Because from back in my day, I don't remember that being normal. Maybe it was around, but I don't remember it being so prevalent on equipment cards. Seems like everything in Kaldheim has that. So, interesting. Very interesting. Cardor's Vicious Return. Phase 1. You may sacrifice a creature. When you do, Cardor's Vicious Return deals 3 damage to any target. Phase 2. Each player discards a card. Phase 3. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Put a 1/1 counter on it. It gains haste until your next turn. Nice. I might need to look into this whole red-black thing. Sounds like it could bite you in the butt a little bit, but it also sounds like it's really good. Inga Runeyes, legendary creature, human wizard. When Inga Runeyes enters battlefield, scry 3. When Inga Runeyes dies, draw 3 cards if 3 or more creatures died this turn. It's one of those that's useful when it happens, but you just never know. What is this? What is this? What is this? Another card I don't think I've ever seen. It is a mythic. Alrund's Empathy. Sorcery. Create 2 1/1 blue bird creature tokens with flying. Take an extra turn after this one. Exile Alrund's Empathy. Foretell for only slightly cheaper than the regular cost. Wow. Okay, so 2 1/1 flying. And take an extra turn. The take an extra turn is big. That's, I mean, obviously. I have also seen another card that says, take an extra turn after this one, and to something 2 battle phases this turn. Now this card does not say that. So of course I would assume that you don't get a second battle phase. But yeah, I'm just I wonder how those work. That's a neat card. This is what would be considered a full art card. Maybe an extended art card. I'm not 100% sure, but it doesn't have the same like typical border that the rest of the cards have. So they're just a little more pretty. Snow-covered forest. And a zombie, a berserker. Nesu. Alright, last pack of the night. And then we'll move on to see what the last pre-release card was. I might end up just keeping them. In fact, I probably will. Just because it's kind of cool. And they got the dice and the little box and everything. Bergstrider. Seen it. Craven Hulk. Seen it. Gold Maw Champion. Seen it. I still say that's a cat. Mists of Litjara. Seen it. Coma's Faithful. Seen it. Eyeside Troll. Seen it. Funeral Longboat. Artifact Vehicle. Vigilance. Crew 1. Crew 1. And it's a 3/3 with Vigilance. How does that work? Okay. How does that work? How does Vigilance on a vehicle work? Okay, so you tap the creature to crew the thing, and then you attack with this, and then you Vigilance untap. Never tapped. I don't know how. Whatever. Vigilance. So then your crew is still tapped. It's their turn. They attack. You block. My autofocus on again. I don't know. Anyway, okay. No, I guess, yeah, that makes sense. And then on your upkeep, untap, this becomes an artifact again. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. Sculptor of Winter. Snow creature, elf rogue. Untap, target snow land. Basic. Shackles of Treachery, one of my favorite cards. Seen it. Litjara Glade Warden. Creature, shapeshifter, changeling. That means it is every creature type. 2 1 green and tap this. Exile a creature card from your graveyard. Put 2 1/1 counters on target creature. Activate this ability only when sorcery. That's pretty cool. Especially being a, changeling, exile, 2 counters even. Yeah, this is a good card. Binding the Old Gods. Phase 1, destroy target non-land permanent on opponent controls. Nice. Phase 2, search your library for a forest card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Phase 3, creatures you control gain death touch until end of turn. Those are all very good things. Yep. I approve. Ascent of the Worthy, Phase 1 and 2, choose a creature you control. Until your next turn, all damage that would be dealt to creatures you control is dealt to that creature instead. Whoa. That could be very handy and otherwise not at all useful. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a flying counter on it. That creature is an angel warrior in addition to its other types. Wow, that's a lot to go through. Oh, okay. So phase 1 and 2 are the same. I understand that. I assumed at first that you'd choose a creature and that would be the same creature you'd use for both phase 1 and 2. No. On phase 1, choose a creature you control. Blah, 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 blah. On phase 2, choose a creature you control. Blah, 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 blah. Easy peasy. Okay, that makes more sense. Much more useful. Haunting Voyage, sorcery. Choose a creature type. Return up to 2 creature cards of that type from your graveyard to the battlefield. If this spell was foretold, return all creature cards of that type from your graveyard to the battlefield instead. Is that one in my elf deck? It will be tonight. Snow-covered island. Battlefield Raptor, seen it, but this is the pretty foil version. Let's see if we can get the highlight on the explosion. Highlight the birdie there. About right. Yeah, right there. Oh, good. Right on the bird. That's a good one. Maybe right under it. Yep. Oh, there we go. What that wing? Ooh, right there. Oh, that's cool. Got a nice little orange fade to the whole thing. Nice. And another bookmark. Commercial. Oh, I guess I did say that was it. All right, what's our special card? Oh, it's the kitties! Oh, yay! Asika's Chariot. Oh, that makes me happy. That was worth the whole night. Yay! Definitely not opening that one. That's my card. Too cool. That was perfect. Could not have gone better. So that was fun. That was very fun. Seen some cards I've never seen before, or very rarely. Learned a few things about the Kaldheim set. I continue to love this set. I think I'm going to be pretty stuck on this set for a while. I will be opening other cards, other Magic cards in the future. Tomorrow night we'll be on again at right around 8 o'clock, and it will be a repeat of tonight's events because I do have 3 more of these to go. But then that's it for Kaldheim for a little bit. Yeah, that's it for Kaldheim for a little bit after that. And then we will be moving on to... Sorry. We will be moving on to... Stop squishing that part of the box. Time Spiral. This set came out last week, so this is the new set. This set is a little different. I don't know yet what they are called, like, specifically in the Magic world, but it's called Time Spiral Remastered. They had a set previously that was called Time Spiral, and this is the remastered version. And the Time Spiral cards are reprints of old cards, but they're really good cards. So that's a thing. So we'll be doing those for a few nights because that's, like I said, the new set. I'm not going to be doing a whole ton of these because it's not a regular like base set per se. I'll still get some more in the future, but I think we have what three boxes of these, and then that's going to be it for those. But that should still be fun. So that's the plan for the next few nights, and then after that, we'll get into these guys, which are fun. Much smaller boxes. They'll go a lot quicker. But they're kind of fun. I'm starting to kind of get into Yu-Gi-Oh! A little bit. It's a neat little card game, and they have very pretty cards. So I like these a lot. So we'll be doing some of those. And yeah, I think that's going to do it for tonight, though. Thank you so much for watching. I had fun. I hope you did as well. This is basically going to be my stream for the next month at least. I sell singles on the internet. If you're interested in that kind of thing, check out a website called tcgplayer.com. And there is a way to search for a seller. I am known as The Luggage on that website. So if you browse my inventory, anything you buy is probably something that we opened on stream. So yeah, kind of fun. I think that's all the news I got. I'll go ahead and leave everybody alone. Have a great night. Enjoy the sleeps or the rest of your day, whatever it happens to be. I will be back tomorrow to do it all over again. So until next time, stay healthy, stay happy, stay well. Don't forget to smile, be good to each other. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.